Warning, this video may contain content that may not be suitable for children or anyone else that is easily offended. Strong language, graphic content, nudity, bad jokes, and a possible idiot, aka myself, may be featured in the following clip. Viewer discretion is advised. Channel is not responsible for any damages that you receive watching this video. What's up, y'all? Today we're going to be reacting to 3 more true scary Instagram stories by Mr. Nightmare. If you guys haven't already, swoop down to the description box, click on that link, and go follow Mr. Nightmare and watch the video in its entirety without me pausing and stopping and talking through the whole thing. Happy holidays. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Christmas is right around the corner, but also what's around the corner is the giveaway. Stay tuned for tomorrow because I will be dropping hints and instructions on what you can do to win Cyberpunk 2077 or the money equivalent. Thank you guys so much. We are 5 away from 1,000 subscribers, man. I am so excited. It took me 3 years, but we finally made it, man. Thank you guys so much for showing that support. Thank you guys for tuning in every day to watch my content. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for the comments and all that support that you guys been giving me throughout the since I've been doing reaction videos. But yeah, let's get it. I don't know. Instagram is a weird place, and I hope they talk about some things because they're not the same Instagram as it used to be. Hope it's not too loud. Story 1.
Instagram is my favorite time waster app. I spend a good chunk of my free time browsing it.
I used to.
I've gotten my fair share of creepy DMs. I've learned to ignore them. So when I got a notification from Instagram that some random account requested to DM me, I didn't sweat it. I did, however, just open the DM because I always do out of curiosity. The DM was a link to another Instagram profile named Perfect Always with a Z.
Do anybody else get DMs of just spam accounts and they just add you to like a random group and it's like a random group of people that you've never seen before? I've been getting a lot of those lately and I just block them.
I pressed the link and it opened this page with a bunch of pictures of girls. Like young girls.
Oh.
Seemingly varying in ages from 13 to 20.
Never mind.
As I continued to scroll through the account, I picked up on an unsettling fact.
Save our children.
All the pictures seemed to have been taken in secret. Like one girl was on a school bus, one was sitting on a park bench. One was taken from behind a bush of a girl walking on a sidewalk. One was taken of a group of girls at a college campus, expecting to find perverted comments on the posts. All I found were positive comments like "keep up the good work" and "nice." There were also some comments with random numbers, like 500, and that's it.
Yeah, bruh, that's a red flag right there. For some reason, Instagram don't block the sketchy, weird, demonized accounts. They block the people that have good intentions for some reason. Like, someone can post, "Oh, Jesus bathed me in thy's blood," or "thou's blood," or whatever, and Instagram be like, "This violates our post and something of humanity," and blah, 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 blah. But God forbid somebody's getting ran over or jumped, or old ladies getting hit in the head with a cane or something like that, or somebody's popping a booty and butt cheeks and everywhere, nip slips and all this stuff, but they'd be like, "Oh, it's fine, you know, whatever." But the crazy thing is, have you noticed these social media platforms don't remove the hatred posts, like the post that tries to separate us? They never remove those. They always remove the other ones that try to avoid it or that's try to protest against it. They always remove those. It never fails. If you guys pay attention, you'll understand just what I'm talking about. I think TikTok does a horrible job of that too. Lots of negativity on TikTok.
And every single account that commented appeared to be spam accounts. Like no profile pictures and no followers.
Yeah, that's human
It
trafficking.
was a weird and creepy account. So I reported it and sent a link of it to my friend Allie.
There you go.
I went about my business. I was at school when all this happened, so I couldn't give it too much attention to begin with. It wasn't until after school when I got home that Allie finally texted back saying, "OMFG, who did that? That's crazy." I replied, "I know, it's so creepy." She seemed more concerned and shocked than I was expecting her to be. She replied saying, "You need to report that to the police right away." I replied back, "Why me? It's not exactly my problem." She replied back,
"It is your problem. They sent it to you. I think like you should say something, if not to the police, somebody." I mean, you report it to Instagram. Chances of Instagram blocking that or reporting is probably slim to none.
Nothing but question marks mixed with exclamation points. So I said, "Why are you freaking out?" She said, "Why don't you care about someone posting pictures of you on their Instagram?" My heart sank. I immediately rushed to click the link again and view the profile. This time there were 2 new photos uploaded to the page. One of a girl in the passenger seat of an SUV.
Ooh.
One a picture of me walking home. It was taken from inside a car parked on the side of the road. I remembered seeing that car, and I remembered noticing someone sitting in it.
Yeah.
It seemed unreal. Called Allie at once, freaking out.
Ladies, please carry mace, pepper spray, something, a taser. Carry something, man. This world is getting dangerous by the day. Protect yourselves at all costs. Fight, bite, scratch, poke eyeballs out. Do whatever you have to do, man. I'll bite too, because there's dudes out there maybe stronger than me. But guess what? My teeth snatch a whole arm off.
I told her why I didn't understand at first and explained how some random account DM'd me the link. Allie told me to report it to Instagram and the police. I told her I reported it to Instagram already and told her to do the same. I stayed locked in my room talking to Allie for at least an hour, as I was home alone. The next time I refreshed that Instagram page, it said, "This page does not exist." First thought, okay, it blocked me, so I asked Allie to refresh it as well.
Should've took pictures.
And it said the same thing for her. We both used our Finsta accounts to confirm that it was removed.
Finsta? What is that?
The account no longer appeared. I still don't know if
Is Finsta like another Twitter? Like, you Finsta go do this, like I'm Finsta go to the store, I'm Finsta go shopping, Finsta go get my car fixed. Is it like that kind of thing? I guess, I don't know. I mean, that's the way I interpret it, at least.
was taken down by Instagram or if the creator of the account deactivated it. I also have no idea what those numbers in the comments meant. Either way, it seemed like one big setup thing.
Those numbers
I
were
was scared to know any other details about what was going on with that Instagram page.
the prices they wanted for those girls. That's what it was. I wouldn't even be able to freely roam the streets anymore or be comfortable getting out of school because that car know who I am. And that person is, I wouldn't think they're gone, me personally. They took that picture, it's me and they're in my neighborhood somewhere. And those numbers was them putting prices on those girls that they was taking pictures of. I felt like that was like a dark web account.
First year of high school. I was 15 years old and lived pretty far from school, which resulted in me taking public transportation to and from there.
I feel you on
My
that.
Instagram was set to public back then, and I never really cared much about who followed me, which, in retrospect, being a young teen, I should have. The page was pretty standard. I was visible in most of my posts, posing by myself or with a couple of my friends for the most part. I also post a lot of my story, which for those of you who don't know, allows users to share photos and videos to their story for 24 hours.
24
In
hours.
those stories, I would sometimes include a shot of me waiting for the bus or at the subway with music playing in the background. I remember posting such one day, and randomly looking at my stories and seeing who viewed them. I had around 120 views, most of them from people I knew. One account in particular stuck out. The profile pic showed an unfamiliar middle-aged man. The selfie was taken at a weird close-up angle, like those cliche parent selfies.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Old people always be taking pictures like up to here. You can't even see all this. It's just be all face. Like, you know, they're not aware that you're supposed to at least get like a whole body or like a face shot. But they're just old school. That's why I'm glad I don't have to take public transportation anymore. Thank God for that. I took transportation like nearly half my life. And it gets the job done, you know, get you where you have to be. But it's a horrible, I hate it. I would never do it again.
He had seen every one of my stories posted. I didn't really think that much of it, and continued about my day. Hours later, when I was nearing sleep at around 2 a.m., I got notifications that that same man had requested to DM me, followed me, and liked all my posts.
Red flags.
I had about 12 posts, so it wasn't a crazy amount of notifications.
Pineapples.
I opened his DM and it just said, "Hey," with a smiley face. I definitely found this crazy weird, so I didn't respond and checked his profile.
It depends on the smiley face. Is it the 2 dots in a parenthesis or is it the 2 dots in a capital D? Those are 2 different kinds of smiley faces. If you do the 2 dots in a parenthesis, then you're absolutely weird. Or if the hey had 2 Y's or 3 Y's, you're okay. But if you just put 1 Y on a smiley face, you're suspect. You're super sus and something's not right. Red flag. Block.
Sam with a bunch of numbers. He only had 1 post. The weird angled selfie with 2 likes.
Yep.
I finally got a decent look at his face.
1 picture
He
sus.
was pale and bald with dark tinted sports glasses. He seemed to be wearing a ripped white t-shirt. He had 5 followers and was following around 400 people, which mostly consisted of teenage girls, young women, and a few
He got a
celebrities.
pinhead.
Who you calling Pinhead?
Realizing what an actual creeper this guy was, I blocked him, plain and simple.
There you go.
In the morning, I got off the subway stop that's next to my school and took a seat on the bench in the middle of the platform to adjust my backpack. Upon doing this, I felt someone watching me. The platform was packed with people, so I thought maybe it was just my anxiety. I rose up and turned to find the now familiar middle-aged creep staring at me.
Yep.
His
Pinhead.
eyes were glossy blue colors, sunken and droopy. He stood a good 20 feet from me, just gawking with an angered frown. I felt
Oh,
a
he's
strong urge
mad.
to throw up and cry at the same time.
He's mad because you blocked
My
him.
skin prickled and my whole body filled with fear. Everything I was feeling was multiplied by 1,000 as I realized he was slowly walking towards me. No one paid him any attention. No one batted an eye. And I remember breathing hard and heavily.
That's
wishing
public
someone would pick
transportation
up on
for
what
you.
was happening. I turned and speed walked around and past people trying to lose him. Though with each step I took back, he took 2 steps forward. He was getting a lot closer to me by the second. It was all happening so fast, and I honest to God didn't know whether to continue to run or attempt to draw attention to him.
To draw attention?
I ran into a woman with a seemingly friendly face on the stairs, and that's when I decided on the latter. I told her that guy in white is following me. As I spoke, I heard my own voice quiver, and that's when I realized how afraid and panicked I actually was. She noticed the man I was referring to at the bottom of the steps, and right away she called him out. She told him to stop following me or she'd call the police. Her shouts made him freeze as others began to stop and take note of the situation. She stood protectively in front of me, waiting for his next move. I took the opportunity to snap a quick pic of his face that I would later use to report him.
Oh, please show the picture.
In my head, all I thought was, he's not going to do anything with people watching me. He can't be that stupid. And I was right. He turned around and got on the next subway train. The woman walked me to my school, and on the way, I couldn't help but wonder how that man could have possibly found me. And then I remembered. I posted a story of the subway stop I got off. That realization alone made my skin crawl and taught me a very important lesson to never reveal your specific location to your public social media. After the woman walked me to my school, I thanked her and actually gave her a hug. I don't know what I would have done if she hadn't stepped in. I wasn't brave enough to say anything to the man, so frozen in fear.
Oh, man.
That woman was, and I'm forever grateful for her. And I hope that if anyone is ever in her position, that they will step in and use their voice to help.
Yeah, because some people are scared to speak up for themselves, like this young lady here. This lady saved her life. Get her a trophy. She put her foot down and scared him off. First red flag was that he had one profile picture. If you have one profile picture and you're like 5 followers and you're in the negative, that's super suspect. Don't even talk to him. Just block him, because that's just weird. It's a fake account. Somebody's spying on you. It's not right. The second thing I would like to identify is that don't post your location. I tell people this all the time. People won't be on Snapchat like, oh, this is my location. I'm at this place. I'm at that place. I don't use any of that. I mean, sometimes you have no choice because people like they use cookies and stuff like that nowadays and stuff, and they be GPS on you and stuff. But any social media thing, I never link to my exact location. I can tell you what state I am all day, every day, but I will never tell you my specific coordinates. I will not tell you where I'm standing right now. I don't believe in it. I've never have. I never will. That's just creepy to me. Why do you want to know where I am? If you want to know where I am, tell me you want to go. Come with me. You can come with me, but I'm not about to just let you spy on me from an app. Like, that's just me picking up a phone like, oh dang, oh this person is at Six Flags right now. Oh, that's so cool. Oh dang, this person right now is at the laundromat. Like, what? Let me know down in the comment section if you have that stuff turned on. I'm not comfortable with it. I've always been aware of my surroundings. It probably just comes from a neighborhood I grew up in, because you didn't want to let anybody know where you were going or where you were from or anything like that, because it just led to something bad. Yeah, man, shout out to that lady. Get that lady a trophy. Get her a dinner or something. Hopefully, bless that lady. I wish they would have showed a picture of her or something. Or I wish they would have showed a picture of the guy too. Like, he should have posted it, because I mean, there is no privacy. He tried to pretty much harm this girl, but I guess for certain reasons they can't show his face. But obviously the dude had a pinhead and glasses, so he looked like Dr. Eggman. Instagram is just a sus social media platform. I don't use it as much as I used to. I might post here and there pictures of myself, but other than that, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok.
The internet and social media can be a very dangerous thing. This personal experience of mine is a prime example of what I mean. I've had an Instagram account for like 7 years now.
Jeez, it's been out there that long?
I used to post on it a lot more when I was younger. These days I really don't post at all. And I only open the app like once a day just to browse my friends' posts or whatever.
Facts.
Well, recently I lost my phone. I figured it was time for a new one anyway, though. I did try the whole find my iPhone thing, but it said my phone was like 30 miles away. It just wasn't worth it for that old phone. Moving on, one day not too long ago, I got a DM from a kid from high school that I hadn't spoken to in years. In fact, I didn't even follow him. I peeped what he DM'd me. And it was a heads-up message. He was bringing it to my attention that someone was using my pictures on a fake Instagram account.
He's a goat.
He shared the profile in question with me, so I had a look and realized he was right. There was this entire account pretending to be me, just using a different name. There were pictures I'd never even posted on Instagram before on there.
So it has to be somebody knows.
To my old phone. My head was spinning. I actually felt sick over this.
Somebody took his phone.
I immediately assumed whoever found my old phone somehow bypassed the password. The account had 50 followers, and it was following around 150 people. The posts all got like 5 to 10 likes. Most had no comments, but some had basic comments like a flame emoji or whatever. This account was literally pretending to be me.
Whoever this is, he's pretty damn strong. He's so strong, the blur is not even working on his muscles, bro. The blur is bouncing off his muscles. Look, you can still see all his muscles in the picture. Boy, I'm kind of strong. Look at your boy. Look at that. Your boy got a little candy arm on him. Look at that. Made of steers. Call me Steelzems.
It had a story posted, so I went to check that, and I felt even more sick to my stomach. It was a boomerang panning from my house to my car over and over, as if they were showing off both. A boomerang is basically just a looping 2-second video that goes back and forth from one point to another.
It's like this. Yeah, it's like that. It's like a boomerang's like that.
This meant whoever was doing this knew where I lived and had any other information I may have still had on that phone. The story was posted only a few hours ago. I immediately thought to go to find my iPhone settings and turn on Lost Mode. I regretted not doing that the second I lost that phone.
Shut up.
When I tracked my old phone one last time, I was in for another horrible surprise. It said the location of my old phone was right outside our house somewhere. There's a lot of space between houses in our gated community.
So that's what we're doing now, huh?
So there was no mistaking that person was still out there on the property somewhere. I turned on Lost Mode on the old phone, then ran downstairs to get my roommate Corey's attention. It seemed he was already occupied, though, by his husky barking at something in the backyard.
See? Dogs
Corey
is
was
great.
standing by the door watching his dog. I explained in as few words as possible because I felt the situation was dire. We stepped out into the yard together to call his dog in. He was out in the grass barking rather viciously at someone or something out of sight. The dog was barely visible because it was so dark out. We went together to grab the dog by the collar, and as we got hold of him, we saw someone in the bushes run away into the patch of trees that separated our house from the next house. It was like a jump scare moment in a horror movie. That dark figure I saw run into the trees had to be the stalker pretending to be me on Instagram. I just knew it. We brought the dog inside and locked the door. You may ask, why didn't we let the dog chase down whoever it was?
Yeah.
That's because Corey's dog is all bark, no bite.
Oh,
He
yeah.
wouldn't ever harm a fly.
Those are worst dogs.
At some point in the middle of the night, the dog started barking again downstairs by the front door. This was very unusual behavior.
That's why you should eat cameras.
Corey and I both checked out the windows and then stepped outside. It was the most scared I had ever felt in my life. Standing on the front porch, looking out into the dark night, knowing someone was out there probably watching us. We went back inside, and for the rest of the night, silence. I think whoever had my phone turned it off or smashed it after I put it in Lost Mode to avoid it being tracked any further.
But you already know where you live
I
now.
say this because it would no longer update the location. I checked everywhere by the last known location, but it didn't turn up. After DMing that account that I knew who they were and was filing a report to the police, the account disappeared only a few minutes later. I don't think it was deactivated. I think it was completely deleted. My threats seemed to work. Like I said, this was recently though, and I'm still staying very aware of my surroundings.
What do you have to learn today, kids? If you lose your phone, make sure you put lost. I don't have an Apple Watch, so if my phone was to get lost, I would just be out of luck because I wouldn't have no way to find my iPhone. I wouldn't have anything. I mean, I don't know if you can go to it on the internet or whatnot. I have to look into that because that's something I should know. At the end of the day, do not post your specific location. Be aware of your surroundings, and if you are scared, don't be afraid to ask for help and keep up with your property. That's the 4 things I learned. Let me know, what did you learn down in the comment section. Make sure you swoop down to the description box, hit that link, go follow Mr. Nightmare, watch the video in its entirety on me, pause and stop it through the whole thing. Go subscribe to him. He has really great content, man. Christmas season is coming up, so you know he's about to be dropping some fire content. Also, be prepared for the giveaway video that's to come tomorrow. Man, it's free. That's all the thing I can tell you. It's free. Cyberpunk 2077 just came out and the game is amazing. I was playing some of it today and the game is dope. So if you want to win something free, or you want to take the money equivalent and get something for your kids, your spouse, your loved one, sister, cousin, brother, uncle, dog, whatever it may be, this is your opportunity. Tune in and happy holiday. 1,000 subscribers is on the way. 3 years, almost here, and I did it. 1,000 subscribers. Around the corner, baby. Around the corner. This is only the beginning. Let's go.